Hello YouTubes. I was at a truly awesome train show at the weekend down at St Thomas where I completely filled my big yellow bag. I've since emptied it, there's nothing in that. If you had joined me on Sunday for the live stream, you would have got a sneak peek at some of the goodies we got. However, most of you were probably asleep at the time, so I shall now reveal all in a train sense. I'm going to start with this, which I did not get at the train show. This was actually a very nice gift from Siobhan McDougall. She sent me this a while ago, but the problem was I don't have anything to pull behind it. So I've always been on the search to find some nice passenger cars for this amazing loco. And lo and behold, yesterday was the day. This is, as you can see, New York Central, I've forgotten what it's called already, 20th Century Limited, 5 double bed buffet lounge observation car with a hobby shop price when it was new of $83.99 Canadian, which is like 2,000 American dollars, plus tax. And I got this for the princely sum of $10. I'll explain why it was so cheap in a wee minute. So first of all, and I'm not a big one for doing all these unboxing review things, I'll just give you a very quick explanation of what's inside. Certificate of authenticity. Huge sheet of instructions on what it is. And other coaches. Exploded diagram, which is really exploded. Loads of parts. And a little warranty information. I'm pretty sure it's out of warranty. So, although this looks new, it's obviously not new. It's kind of almost new. Let me explain. It's still got all its little cellophane bits and bobs. But the first thing I noticed was this strange white stuff here and in there, which is, I'm guessing, lithium grease. And I think what's happened is somebody has bought these a while ago and then thought, I'm not using these, I'm going to put these in storage, and they've just sprayed all the wheel areas with white lithium grease. They don't run great now because of that. We did try it on the live stream, as some of you won't have noticed. However, I think all I have to do is take the wheels off, clean all that gunk off and put them on. It shouldn't need any grease or oil at all because these are nice Walthers wheels. You'll also hopefully notice electrical pickups. So that means these are going to be relatively easy to put lights on the inside with maybe a little capacitor to keep them going. So here's the kicker. I don't know if it's a kicker, whatever. In order to get them for $10 each, I had to buy a whole set. So I have a whole set of 9. I know you can get, he did actually try and sell me the bigger set of 13 cars. I just went for the 9. I mean, my layout isn't that huge. So I've got a 9 car set. Let me show you. Well, when I say it, let me show you, what I mean is, let me show you the empty boxes because I've already had them all on the track. And there is a nice, in fact, you know what, there's no point staring at empty boxes. Let me move them all but one. On the back, we have a list of what's in the set. If I can find my glasses, I will read that out to you, upside down, because I'm talented. What's that? Full Railway Post Office. What's that? Bridge Series 442 Sleeper. River Series 10-6 Sleeper, Short Series Club Lounge, Kitchen Dormitory, Seat Full Length Dining Car, Series 12 Double Bedroom Sleeper, and what's that? Oh, Bay, I thought it said boy, that would be weird. Bay Series 22 Roomette Sleeper, Creek Series Observation, and I think that's what the last one is the observation car, which is really nice, really nice. So as I say, got the whole set. We will of course get them cleaned up and run them at the end of this video. Right, let's move on. I've got quite a few things to show you. Oh, one more thing before we move on. I forgot to include in the box. It came with every box. Every car has got a pack of these transfers. I'm guessing they're sort of water slide transfers you cut out, and they've got all the different markings for wherever it was kind of travelling, I think. And this one's massive. I'm not even sure what box that came out of. So you've got things like Current River, Elkhart River, St Clair River, Sacandaga River. It goes on and on. Absolutely phenomenal parts you get in these kits. Really, really nice. And as I say, each one has got its own set of these transfers. Okay, moving on this time. Next up is another locomotive that I didn't get at the show. And it's another locomotive that was actually a gift. This one was from Greg Dean, one of the first locomotives Greg sent me, and I love this little thing. But if we compare this to a average steam train like this, for example, well, when I say average, it's average for Canada and North America. My Bullet Nose Betty, you can see how tiny, tiny, tiny that little steam train is. So hooking up passenger coaches that long on a locomotive that's only that size would look a bit daft. So, oh my goodness, don't worry, it didn't hit the floor. Sheesh. Betty, calm down. I've also been on the hunt for passenger coaches for this, and I knew that I had to get the oldie worldy ones. Like these, which are absolutely delicious, and I've got two that size. Actually, I've got three this size. I got them all separately from different vendors, and I'll give you the price for all the coaches once we conclude the showing. So I've got those two, which are really nice. That one is Virginia and Truckee, wherever that is. Really nice. I mean, it looks in perfect condition, except for that missing handrail. Got a little nice wee fence at the back. I think this is the same model. No, it's not. It's got handrails there. It doesn't have the wee fence at the back. And this one in the box here, this was the most expensive one. He wanted $15, and I got him down to $10. It's quite a lot compared to everything else I got here today, but I think it was worth it because I really wanted these things. This is obviously brand new, just needs it all put together. Railway Post Office, Denver and Rio Grande Western. That is very cool because I do like my Denver and Rio Grande. And in the box we have a multitude of parts, brand new trucks, nice little weights, all sorts of tiny little metal bars to make fences, etc. There's some black thready stuff to make the simulated lines for the undercarriage, I believe. We've got that looks like the coupler box and little wheelie things. I don't know what these are. Oh, there's a couple of wooden planky things there. That might be fences. Ladders, everything is in this box. And I think for a vintage, oldie, worldy, gorgeous little coach like that, which is going to look great behind my steam train. Perfect little size. I think that's a fair price. So what else did I get in this theme? If you can go back in, come on. You were snug in there for like 50 years. Get back in there. I'm not going to force it. I want to move this aside and move on with the other relatively similar stuff I got. This one here, which is huge in comparison, but it's still the same theme. You got the vented roof, and someone on the stream did tell me that these aren't windows at the top, they're actually open vents to allow the gas fumes out from the little gas lamps on the inside of the coach. Oh, that one says sleeping car. That's very interesting. Here, while I'm on sleeping cars, do sleeping cars go near the steam train or at the back of the train? Because it might be quite noisy and smoky at the front, so leave a comment. Where would I put this on the consist? Oh, this one's already got its little cabley things attached underneath, so someone's already built this. I'm going to be changing out all the couplers for KDs. That is really nice, but it is the same style as these. Definitely the same style, might even be the same manufacturer, but obviously a bit longer. I don't think it would look too out of place coupled together, which is just as well, because I've got this whole set here. And I think these three were $10 combined. And this is weirdly heavy. Oh, and there's something inside. The roof comes off. Oh, interesting. So it's got quite a lot of weight. It's got a capacitor there. It's got a resistor. That even looks like a little bridge rectifier. And it's got some LEDs. So someone has already been in this and wired up some red LEDs. So I'm guessing that one goes at the back. Now there's no road name on these. Now I'm not sure if these have been custom painted or if they just didn't go the full hog and put the little logo in there. Let me know if you recognise this colour scheme. Regardless, I do like the colour scheme. I just wish I knew what it was from. So two like that. This one isn't as heavy. It doesn't have lights in it. And this one is a little bit shorter. And I'm guessing that would maybe be the baggage car since it's completely different from those ones. Let's get the big door on the side. So all those little chaps, $10 for those three. I think it was $10 for this one and those two, and $10 for that. So $30 for all my old school, oldie worldy passenger coaches. Absolutely chuffed to bits. And this little chap is going to have no problem pulling them around my new track. Fantastic. Okay, let me put these away and we shall continue. I bumped into John, one of my subscribers, and he was vending at the show and he had a collection of little vehicles. This little FedEx van is really nice. Now, I do have a FedEx van, but it's a Hot Wheels one and it's not exactly the right scale. It's close, and that is in real life a smaller van anyway, but I've always wanted a proper sized FedEx van for the layout. Anyway, this was priced at $15. And lucky for me, John's grandson was there and he said $10. And I was like, sold. And John was like, oh, crap. Yeah, I'm sure John's fine with that. So I have got a very nice detailed little FedEx van for my layout. $10. You know what? The detail in these little cars are awesome. And it's got the moving wheels, so I could modify this to go on my new moving car system when I build it. But there's the size comparison. Bear in mind that that style of FedEx van is huge anyway. But I'm not sure if it's that much huger than that's... Oh, it's a Mercedes, so that'll be a Mercedes Sprinter van, I think. Oh, probably says it in the box, right? Does it say it? Oh, here we go. Here we've got information. Mercedes Benz / Dodge. Oh, must be the same as a Dodge. Yeah, Sprinter van. Hey, I'm good, me. Still know something about cars. So we've got a little FedEx Sprinter van and old school, not old school, but you know, big box FedEx, and that's ground and that's air. And let's move on because you probably don't care about little FedEx vans, but I do. So let me put that back in its box for now, and we shall move on to some goods cars, because I got some nice bargains there also, if I can get this back in. There we go. Okay. First then, we have a little, I'm not sure if it's an Athearn or just in an Athearn box. Good old Chessie, I've got another Chessie. And for $5, really can't go wrong. It's got its KDs. It does have nasty plastic wheels, so I will be upgrading the wheels. It's been weathered fairly okay. I'm not too bad. Not too unimpressed. What's the word? The weathering's fine. The weathering's fine. I've seen a lot worse. So I think for $5 for a nicely weathered Chessie. Chessies are hard to get at the best of times, so I'm quite happy with that. And it's a little bit longer than the usual ones, which is also nice. So that was quite expensive compared to the 3 for a tenner stall that I went to. So these three were $10. We have got, what is that? It's very small writing. Canadian Modeler first anniversary. So I'm guessing that wasn't a legit freight car. I don't know. Let me know if you recognise this, because it's got like numbers on it and stuff. It's got plastic wheels, but they don't have the flangivitis, so they will go around the track, and they do have KD couplers. Next one up is the route of the Super Chief Santa Fe job. It's got a loose weight in it. Oh, look at that. It's got a wee opening hatch. That's cool. Did they all open? Just that one. What makes him so special? Maybe someone didn't glue it down. Anyway, I need to find out what's rattling about. Well, it's going to be the weight. KD couplers, plastic wheels, but they are the right size. And also, I I've obviously gone for a bit of an orange-yellow theme here. Pacific Fruit Express, good weight to that as well. KDs, same wheels. They will run fine round the track as is. And the other 3 for a tenner set that I got, first off, because I do like my hoppers, Continental Grain Company. Good bit of weight. That bottom ladder needs a wee glue on. For some reason it's got metal wheels on the very outsides and plastic on the insides. That's okay. KD couplers again, good weight to it. I don't know what manufacturer that is. They never seem to tell you. But nice detail actually, nice tiny little lettering. Good with that one. This one there was a bit kind of hit and miss, I wasn't sure. Potash Corporation of Saskatchewan, it's just a weird colour. But again, also got the metal wheels on the outside, plastic on the inside. Weird, but got its KDs, good weight to it, perfectly fine. I'm looking to have a nice grain hopper train at some point. And the final one of 3 in this 3 for a tenner. There must be a reason that this guy has put metal wheels on the outside but plastic in the inside. Very strange. But that's obviously a Union Pacific. And I do have I think it's a New York Central in grey, so it looks very similar to that. KDs again. Honestly, you can't go wrong. Those 3 for $10 and the other 3 for $10. Happy as a pig in poo. Okay, I think that's it for the rolling stock, but I do have some locomotives, of course. Now, I hadn't actually planned to buy any locos at this show, but my wife couldn't make it, so I had unrestricted access to my wallet, which is always dangerous. Right, let me show you. First up, we have an Atlas. I should know this by now. SD24, which I don't think I've got any of these. I've already had this out. This is the only one that anyone's seen, which I showed on the live stream. And I was really surprised when I turned it upside down and it's got 6 axles. So I've definitely never seen one of these, or at least I've never owned one of these before. Now, I'm not sure how the colour's coming out on the camera, but this colour is a sort of dark bluey green. It might just look blue or it might just look green to you guys, but it's a dark bluey aquamarine. It's really nice, really heavy. It's an Atlas, so you know it's going to be half decent. All-wheel drive, all-wheel pickup. Wheels look spotless, which is a great sign. No idea if and how it runs. It's brilliant. It's just a nice amount of detail in the Atlas. I don't know what the torpedo tubes are for. Chimney stack, obviously. The offset horn always intrigued me. I think that's, I don't know, does it have to go under tunnels that are really low? Please explain why the horn is there and not up there on the roof, because I don't have a clue. Anyway, that is really nice. I don't know if it's got LEDs or just normal bulbs. Don't know if there's one at the back, but I am surprised it's still got horn hooks, so they need to get changed over at some point, but not right this second. Let us continue with my other goodies for now. If I can carefully get this back in its box. Don't grab the handrails. That's as far in as I'm going with that one. Right, next loco. And it was not 100 or 50. It wasn't like 100. It was $50. There we go. It was 50, which I think is okay for a nice condition Atlas model. So now we're into the stuff that I've actually forgotten about, because it's been a whole day and I can't remember what I bought. Is it an Athearn, or is it just an Athearn box? It is. Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this from yesterday. So we have, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a -9. Bit dusty there. Clean you up before we show you off to the world. And this was a bit of a shocker. I got this from the same person I got all the coaches from, the New York Central coaches. So it was crazy cheap. And the interesting thing is, he said, or she said, I can't remember, it was a he or a she. They said they weren't sure if it was DCC or not, which is a weird thing to not know. So this could be a DCC-9 in Canadian Pacific. Absolutely lovely. Not sure why his little wind deflectors have been flattened down. I don't want to touch them in case they fall off. And this was $50. And even for a non-DC version, for a non-DCC version, I think $50 is a bargain. If it turns out to be DCC. Fantastic. You know what? Let's just take the body off, and we'll know for sure. Oh, we can't because the coupler's going to get in the way. We'll just have to wait and see when we put it in the track, which will be imminent. But that's great, because believe it or not, I didn't have one of these until now. So I'm adding to my Canadian Pacific collection. That is lovely. Okay, we have two more to show you. And it's another one, I can't really remember what it is. Is it that inside the box? Let's find out. Oh, now remember. So this is actually awesome. Just to confirm, it says E8/9, number 8136, Union Pacific, number 926. Is that right? That's the right one. What does the writing say? Front coupler missing. Oh, goodness. And I think I got this for, I think this was $50. Everything, I think, was $50 at the show. And if for a Proto 2000, if it works nicely, that's a good price also. I can't get it out of the box. Oh, I don't want to damage it. What am I saying? The box is already damaged, and that wasn't me. Out you come. Throw that on the floor. Safest place for it. Okay. Warranty card. It's going to be well out of warranty by now. So this does say E8 Locomotive, Proto 2000. Removal of body instructions, all sorts of parts list, exploded diagram, blah blah blah. Those are just the brackets that hold it in place in shipping. Oh, we have a bag of stuff. Always nice to get a wee bag of stuff. That looks broken in there. I really don't know what I'm looking at. No, not a clue. If anyone knows what this wire thing's for. It's a sort of long straight wire with a loop and a couple of plastic things. Not a clue. Can you even see what that is? Oh, that's what the instructions are for, right? Anyway, let's see what my... Oh, it's heavy. I do love that about the Protos. Nice and heavy. Let's make sure the other side's not all caved in. It's got its horn in place. Wheels look reasonable, not spotless, but hopefully it runs nice. It's got one of those dummy couplers at the back. That's not a real coupler, so I need to fit a proper coupler in the back before we can haul anything with it. But that's another one that I didn't have until now. It's way too clean and shiny. Look how bright yellow it is. I wonder if it's got the opening doors like my PAs do. Oh yes, look at that. Door opening action. The one at the back will open as well. For no apparent reason, but I love it anyway. That is really fresh. I love that. Excellent. Okay folks, we have one more before we can actually go and play with my trains. Let me move this out of the way and I shall reveal the final loco. Drum roll please. We have a Cato, which is my new favourite locomotive manufacturer. And inside we have SD 40-2. I don't know what without DB means, but I just had to have this. And again, $50 for a really mint SD 40-2 from Cato. I think that's a good price. Again, just making sure it wasn't all caved in. Oh, this is really clean. Although the wheels aren't as clean as I would like. So it has seen some action. And I don't want these wheels to rotate because that means I've got a cracked gear. So far we're good. All good there. Got its little brass bell. I mean, they even went to the hassle of colouring that bell properly. It's really nice. There's little window things, horns intact, little grab rails there. That is really clean. And remember folks, I have no idea if any or all or none of these are DCC. I'm just presuming they're all just DC for now. And the good ones, the good runners, will be getting a decoder very shortly. Oh, that's so nice. Let's get everything over to the track, see how it all runs. If it runs, it will run. Oh, I do need to clean the wheels in those passenger coaches, or at least a couple of them. In fact, let's just run what works. I can clean them later, right? Right. So I decided just to clean all the wheels because I want all these passenger cars to go with this lovely loco. Right, there's a bit of a startup procedure, but bear with me. Yeah, there's a bit of a shutdown procedure as well, 3 stages of it. Anyway, it's shut down now, so I think that looks phenomenal. Really pleased with that purchase. Yes, there's a few wheels I missed that need cleaned, but apart from the little squeak now and then, it's running really nice. Okay, next then, the little steam train with some oldie worldy passenger coaches. Excellent. 2 for 2. That looks really good. Next up, let's try our new locomotives. Let's start with our new Atlas Santa Fe SD24. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is DC. I'll flick it over to DCC, and if it buzzes, then it's definitely not DCC. It's buzzing, so we're on DC. Right, let's see if you move. A wee bit jerky at first. I don't have a lot of power on it at the moment. Oh, that needs a bit of a run, doesn't it? I'm sure that'll be fine when it gets a bit of lubing and a bit of running. And back. Okay, I'm going to jump to the inside of the track and we'll go for a wee spin round the layout. So I think you get a better idea of the colour with this lighting. I think it's really nice. Right, let's give it some DC power. Follow it around the track. A wee bit of a noise there. I have to check out the gears. I think it's just needing a good clean and lube. It's certainly smooth enough, just a wee bit grindy, you know. It's got a very nice presence. I think this is the first Santa Fe freight train I've got, or freight locomotive at least. You also need some LEDs, it's just a bit dim in there. I think it's a bit quieter already, to be honest. So I'm not going to run this too much, because I want to get it cleaned, lubed, and if it behaves, it's going to get a DCC decoder in it. Lovely. So far everything is going swimmingly. Long may it continue. Next up, Canadian Pacific C44-9. Now this is the one that the guy said it might be DCC. I don't think so. Let's flick it to DCC and listen for the hum. That's interesting. There's no hum. This could be amazing. This could be an absolute bargain of the century. So we have no idea what number it is. If it is DCC, we'll try 8533. Into that. Does that change the lights? Does it make it go forward? Oh, we don't have anything. I wonder, let's try Loco 33. Nothing there either. Okay, let's just try DC and see if it is a DC Loco. Oh well, it's just DC. I don't know why it didn't hum though, that's weird. Normally the motors buzz when you click it to DCC when it's not a DCC loco. Certainly nice and smooth though. Okay, let's get to the inside of the track, and you know what, I'm going to take the lid off just to make sure. It's just acting really strangely. If it is just DC, I'll see you in the inside of the track for a layout loop, okay? Where's the train? Oh, here he is, with a decoder inside. So it's a TCS, so I think all I have to do is put it on my programming track, reset it, and then get a number in it. It's just a 9-pin basic mobile decoder, front and back, forward and back, and lights, which is just fine. Right, let me sort that, and I'll see you in the track. We're back in the track with my $50 DCC C44-9. Yes, I am very jammy. Did some setting configuration, and it's going to need a wee bit of cleaning and lubing. Here's how it runs briefly, and then we'll take it round the loop. The lights are working. Give it some power. It's a wee bit stiff to get going, so I need to get the gears cleaned and lubed. as you can see. It's a bit of a jolt. That looks jolly nice, and it's going to go so nice with the rest of my Canadian Pacific fleet. It's not running bad, but I think we can do much better. It's requiring quite a lot of power to get going. I'm just nitpicking. Let's go for a lap. This sounds kind of weird for an Athearn. It's a sort of high-pitched whir rather than the usual grinding sound that you get from older Athearns. Maybe something's been replaced inside. Because I think with a bit of clean and lube, this could be really quiet. It kind of sounds like an Atlas, to be honest. Not an Atlas, a Cato, before you run the Cato in. I am super delighted with this one. $50, oh my goodness. It might even have been 40. It was mega cheap. The guy just said, oh, make an offer, and I said, I don't have a clue, and he says, neither do I, and I said, $40 or $50, he went, sure. It's like, oh my goodness. Yep. Okay, I'm not going to run that any further because I want to strip the gears down, clean the commutator, because that's always a wee bit worry in these types of motors. And that should be exceptional. Oh well, I am having a great day. Okay, on to the next one then, I suppose. Union Pacific E7/8. Are you going to be DCC and surprises? Let's find out. Switching to DCC. No, we have the buzz. Now, the good news is, I know that the Proto 2000s have a plug, so you can plonk a little 9-pin, 8-pin decoder into that, no problem at all, if you just want forward and back in the lights. Anyway, let's see how it runs on DC. It should be super smooth, they usually are. It's not super smooth yet, and it's getting quite a lot of power. Oh, that's half power, and it's only just starting to go. This could be another one that the grease is all dried up in the inside. Oh, seems to be okay in reverse. Maybe this is the first time it's run in years. Doesn't sound grindy or anything, just a wee bit stiff to get going. So let's go for a spin round the track then. This should also have a Mars light. I didn't notice it right at the start there, but let's have a look. Oh yeah, we have a Mars light. I haven't figured out how to get these working with DCC, the Mars lights. So I've got little incandescent bulbs to take care of that, and LEDs are wired quite differently. Anyway, that sounds quite quiet and nice. We have another fantastic bargain, I think. I will be plonking a decoder in there, and we'll have another very nice DCC locomotive in the fleet. I do have quite a few yellow locos, and by yellow I mean Union Pacific and Rio Grande. Oh, that's really nice. Hey, do I need a B unit for this, or is that just greedy? Okay, again, I'm not going to run this too much. I do want to take it apart, make sure it's all nice and clean and lubricated inside. Right, one final loco to go. My new Cato SD40-2 Canadian National. It would just be asking way too much for this to be digital decoding thing, wouldn't it? Let's try DCC switch. Oh, it's buzzing. I'm just greedy. Right, DC. This should be smooth. Oh yeah. This really hasn't seen a lot of action. Oh, I love Cato. This is my third one, I think. Might just be my second. No, it's my third because I bought one recently. This is the second Cato I've bought. They are so good. Okay, let's go round the track then. See, that's making a similar sound to the Canadian Pacific, which is why I mentioned that. It's more of a higher pitched whirring sound until it gets run in. Apart from that, it's really smooth. I love this thing. I think I need to paint some of the handrails white or yellow. I'm not sure what colour the safety colour is for these. But you know, a bit like that one's painted white around there. I think the tops of these should be white or yellow. So as like all the rest, I will be just checking the gears, make sure they're not dried out. Fresh lube, and we'll be good to go. Clean the wheels, obviously. Overall, wow, what a day. What a day. That's got to be one of the most successful train show hauls I've got yet, because everything I've got is actually really good quality and really good value. While I was making this video, I got a delivery. A whole box of decoders, so I'll be decoding for days. So that train show was down at St Thomas in an actual train museum with real trains in between all the vendors. It was phenomenal. And I think they're doing another show in September. I think it's the Elgin County Museum or something. If anyone's interested, leave a comment and I'll tell you exactly where it is, when it is. Fantastic. I absolutely loved it. And hello to all the people that I bumped into. I think there was a Rick and there was a Jim and obviously there was a John. Oh, who else was there? Saw Max. It was a great day. And I got some really great trains. Just fantastic. Right, I need to go and clean, lube, play. Yeah, in that order. Okay, take care everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.